Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-January 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. And that's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot. On the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to affirm to the cards on the left is your energy and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Princess of Staves. This is the equivalent of the Page of Wands, and what sticks out to me here is the energy. We see the horse moving away from the cards on this side, and then also if you look at the person, it looks like they're looking over their shoulders. So to me, this gives the impression of someone who may be trying to be a bit flirtatious. Maybe you tried to leave the connection behind, but really were hoping that this person would have chased after you in the situation. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Four of Pentacles. So to me, this says that ultimately, if that was the tactic that you tried, to see like, okay, I wouldn't, well, maybe it's some form of playing hard to get, but, if that's what you were doing, I feel like this is saying that ultimately they might have picked up on the fact that you might have wanted them, you might have wanted them to chase after you, but I feel like this is saying that ultimately they still let the connection fall apart anyway, right? Because if we see, looks like there's ruins in the background, so I feel like this is saying that they saw the potential of the connection, but maybe just the approach that you took there, maybe they, found it a little bit childish or something along those lines there, to where they're like, you know what, if that's how they're going to treat the connection, I'd rather just let it go. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Ten of Cups. So a pretty big shift in the energy here, because now it looks like you definitely do see potential for this connection to go the distance. You might even just have a bit of an idealized vision of the connection at this time. This is actually a Pisces energy, so, could just be saying that, especially when we move into Pisces season, maybe you'll really be feeling that energy even more. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Nine of Swords. So this could just be saying that ultimately, if you, again, like I said, it seemed like you might have left the connection behind, hoping that they would chase after you. But I feel like this is saying that now they might, depending on how much time has passed, now they might be starting to wonder, like, okay, is Sagittarius in a new connection now, right? Because if we think about the Nine of Swords energy, it usually points to an energy of anxiety, losing sleep, right? And if we look at that person in the background there, it looks like they're looking at this couple, right? And so I feel like that could be where they're at now, where they're starting to fear, like, okay, is Sagittarius involved with someone else, right? Has too much time passed? So that's what I'm seeing with that. All right, and the future position on your side, we have the Ace of Staves. So yeah, so I feel like this is saying that ultimately something's gonna light a spark in you to where you will want to actually make another attempt to get this connection off the ground. So like I said, in the present, it looks like you're definitely viewing it through an idealized lens, and then in the near future, it looks like you actually would ultimately feel even more encouraged to take action to try to get the connection back on track. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, so it's interesting the way we see what looks like the Colosseum there, right, where it looks like it's has some parts of the structure that seem to have fallen apart, and that makes me think back to the Four of Pentacles, right? So this could just represent the passage of time there, going from the 4 to the 7, and we see it looks like the person's running up the hill, right? So, well, if we could get it to focus. Easier said than done, apparently, but yeah. So I feel like this is saying that with the passage of time, now it seems like they're actually feeling more guided and encouraged to try to get the connection back off the ground too. So yeah, it looks like one of those things where the timing just seemed to be off between you guys. And again, like I said, maybe the approach might have just been a turnoff to them if you were trying to do a little bit of hard to get type of thing. But it looks like as the time continued on, the feelings still seemed to be there between the two of you, and now looks like something's going to spark the desire in the two of you to actually give the connection another shot. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Nine of Arrows. So this is Gemini energy here. And if we look at the artwork, we see 8 of the arrows pointing toward the connection, or pointing toward the direction, I should say, of the cards on their side. And then we also see an angelic figure. It looks like they're extending another one of the arrows to this person. So this is saying that you might be receiving signs and synchronicities that are encouraging you to actually reach out to this person to open lines of communication once again. But obviously, if you look at the artwork there, it looks like there's some resistance and anxiety around that. All right, bottom of the deck on their side, we have the King of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here. If you look at the artwork, it always stands out to me how we see they actually have a broken sword, which, if we think of the sword as representing communication, could just be pointing to maybe saying that, maybe their issue is they might struggle a little bit when it comes to communicating feelings as well. So they might have just felt like they were backed into a corner, right? If they were like, oh, okay, looks like Sagittarius is playing hard to get me to open up more, but if that is something that just takes them a long time to build up to, they might have felt like they just couldn't win in the situation. All right, well, we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see if we get the messages of love Oracle card deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck, but we'll give it a few more shuffles, then we'll cut the deck and pull a card. All right, we'll take this card. And next, we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck as well. But again, we'll give it a few more shuffles, cut the deck, pull a card. All right, a little messy there, but we'll take this one. Let me get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the messages of love Oracle card first. All right, we have protected. It says you are safe and divinely guided. So yeah, I would say at the very least this is a good message as far as, if you feel like if you're concerned about, oh, what do I do about opening up the lines of communication, right? Because like I said, if you're getting those signs and synchronicities, you might start to doubt, like, okay, is this just me trying to convince myself that I should reach out? But to me, it says divinely guided. Between that and then we see like the angelic artwork there, right? Could just be saying that, yeah, if you are receiving those signs, that really is coming as a divine message that you should reach out. So hopefully that resonated. And then we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle has to say. All right, we have new life. There's the artwork, and the number is 39. So we'll see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says new energy enters old relationships, and new energies are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnership in all forms. So yeah, new energy enters old relationships. I feel like that 10 of Cups on your side seems to be, again, like I said, where now you seem to really be idealizing the potential for the connection. And then the Ace of Staves definitely seems to point to new energy, right? So yeah, it looks like soon things will open up to where you guys will want to move the connection forward. It looks like you are ultimately being guided to reopen the lines of communication, but it looks like once you do, this person will try to make up for lost time in the connection as well. So hopefully that resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.